Hi, welcome back to Guardian Angel Resin Creations. Today I am going to turn this around so that my heart's up the right way for a start. I am going to make some coasters for my market. Now, I have just been watching a lady on YouTube, and it's Jelly Bean Crafts, and I have got this idea from her. So, I'm just going to get a bit of sticky tape. Just make sure my mold is clean. Now, what she does is she puts a layer of clear resin down, and then she puts some UV. It's like the dotting, like the raindrops, but she draws a UV on. So I am going to give that a go. So I am going to, yes, I'm going to put a clear layer on. So I've had this sitting on my mat so that it is nice and warm, because I think she was watching somebody else, and they suggested putting her, oh my God, mental blank today, her mold onto a heating mat. Now it is quite warm outside here at the moment. It is about probably 26, 27 degrees. I have also let my resin sit. I have degassed it, debubbled it in my Astoria machine. It is getting quite warm, so I will pour my clear resin in, and then I will show you my colours that I'm going to do. I'm also going to do the little stand for it. Now, I'm going to try and do this so that I have got black behind it, and then I want to do the rainbow colours with my UV resin on the top of the black, and then clear over the top of it, so it looks like the coasters. Now, I don't know whether that's going to work or not, so I am going to, I'll pour the clear into here, get my gloves on. I will just powder my hands. Now, I powder my hands because it is easier without getting it on my mold. It's easier to get my gloves on and off. I find my hands don't sweat with them, so I'll just use a bit of talc. Chuck my gloves on. I have had my resin sitting about a half an hour now, because it was in the machine. Went and had lunch. I've come back. It's quite warm. I've done 110 of A, 110, about 100 of B, and it is my urban crafter. So, and then I have just blown it to get the bubbles out, so I will just give it a little bit more. So excuse the noise. I'm going to plug in. Let's get out these extra bubbles. They're just the big bubbles that sat on the top. So now I really do want to measure how much I'm putting in here so that I know. So I'm just going to grab one of my cups. Hopefully one without a hole. Oh, it's got a hole. I bought all these and they've all got holes in them. So, because these take, now these molds, it's a shallow mold and it's one of Julie Cutz's molds. So I'm just going to do 30 of each. So, and hopefully that will get all the way around the mold. So I'll scrape that out because I want to make sure that I'm measuring properly. We go. Scrape that. Just going to set it over here like that. And next one. It's definitely quite warm. So this shouldn't take long to cure up, because I need it cured up before I do the next step. Now, I was planning on coming out here this morning and then I got sidetracked watching YouTube as usual. So this is what I have learnt today. And we'll see. And an update on my markets if anybody has been watching. I did the second Saturday the other day. Today is Monday, so I've done 2 markets and I earned $28 on the first week and $23 on the second week. So it's on par, and I'm just going to keep going. The ladies there just said to me, keep going, because the more I go, the more people are going to see me and they're going to realize what I sell and they will look. So I had an order as well. I had an order for a dolphin. So it was a light up dolphin, so I put the little light in it, and I also stuck some little fish to my little light, and you can't see it unless you actually turn on the light. So it's sort of a hidden light in it. So it looks really cool actually. So she wasn't there at the market on Saturday, so hopefully she will be next week. They didn't do their stall last week for some reason. Just pushing that over. Then I won't torch, I will blow it. Make sure I get out any bubbles that I've put in there. There we go. Put that to the edge. Now I am touching the bottom of this, but this does not scratch the molds. It is quite a soft spatula. And I use these because it's easier cleaner. Just give them a wipe. No wasting sticks. No making sure there's no bubbles in the sticks. And so there we go. So that's coming away from the side a little bit there. So is that one. Now I will run something around them. Right, so I'll make sure these are all full. They look like they need a little bit more, I would say, which I have the resin there for. Oh, I need to do my heart. Let's do my heart before I go. Put a little bit in the heart because I want to try and do the heart as well, and I'm just put too much in it. I might just take a little bit of that out, I think. And just when I thought I wasn't going to make a mess, I'm making a mess. I think I'm good with the heart, maybe. Maybe. Push that over. Take out a tiny bit more. There we go. That's better. Now I'm going to put the tiniest bit more into these, probably about that much, just to make sure that it is going to the edges on them. Because this one is definitely not going to the edge. There we go, push that to the edge. Rightio, I'll keep playing with this. I'll make sure there's no bubbles in it. I'll come back when it's cured. Right. So this is cured enough for me to be able to touch it. Not super hard, and that's what I want. So what I'm going to do is I am going to hopefully, without spilling my colours everywhere, open all of my colours. Oh, this is a bit... This lid wasn't put back on there properly. I actually got my nails done with it the other day. So the colours, so I'm going to just brush some lines on it. So just try and pick up that colour. Sorry if I've just sniffed in the video. Now just get that colour. I am just going to just put them anywhere really. Probably that was a bit thick. That one done, get that a little bit thicker on it. Just brush that on there. Right, put the lid back on this one. Try not to get it all over myself. Sorry if my arms are in the way. There we are. So just brush that off. Actually, I just want to try and brush some on to this bit. Hopefully you can see it. So just get that up off there, because I want to try and do the dots on this as well. So I'm just going to do it sort of wherever. Now, next one, looks like we're gonna, oops, get a bit of that off. And there we are, next. I just love these colours. These ones were from, where were they from? Solid Solutions. These ones. So I'm just going to mix it in with that one. Get it in next to it. They look amazing in the light. Okay. Make sure it is all covered. You don't get a lot in them. I think they were about $7 or $8 each. But a little does go a long way. Brush that on. I will use a big brush to go around everything. God, it looks gorgeous on the black. Okay, so that's that one. And they do, like, they just change colour. Every time you look at them, they change colour. Now I'm going to use one of my Tekaroos. So I'll dab it onto that. These are quite a sparkly one. They just shine like you wouldn't believe. Come on you go. Might not go on there properly. That's not good. I think it depends on what light you look at it. There we go. Sticks to the silicone, doesn't quite stick to the resin. I'd have to find some different chameleon powders. I think I've got some in my larger kit. There we go. That's got it. Be a little bit firmer with it. Get on there. Alright, I'm going to pause you and see what else I can find in my larger kit. Alright, so I've decided to just persevere with these, and I'm just going to just gently brush them on like that. Just like that. Because it's sticking to some and not sticking to others. There we go. Now, a bit of blue on the other side. Making a bright mess. Okay. Sticks beautifully to the black. Okay, so I'm just going to get a bit more of this on over here. And go a bit of this colour. Okay, now a bit of this one. So just in lines. Get it to the edge. Get over here. Love it on the black. What colour did we miss over here? I think we missed this colour. Wow. Bit of this one. Go this side. Okay. Making a mess. Goldy colour. Okay. Last one, although I don't know that I've used the greeny one. So, just going to just do the edges with it. That one. Okay. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Ooh, that's cool. And I didn't do the heart. Okay. Now, a bit of the heart. Might take me a while to work out the lids. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm going to chuck all the lids back on. I'll be back in a second. Rightio. I've given them a really light brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my UV. I'm going to get my light. And I am just going to make little swirls everywhere. And I'm going to put my light on them. Just to get them a little bit harder. Run the light around it. Okay, have another go. There we go, let's make some patterns. Make sure it's on every single colour. Okie dokie, let's do this, the little heart before we forget. And oopsie, I'm just going to move that around, and I've got too much on there, but nothing I can do about it now. Okay, swirl again. Get that around on it. Keep going over here. I can just walk out into the sun with this if I need to. There we are. Okay, I'm going to finish doing the rest. Alrighty, this is cured up. So I am just cleaning off the excess. Now I'm not going to get it all off. I know I won't. So what I'm doing is spraying. I've given it a wipe. So I'm spraying my brush with alcohol, then I'm rubbing it around. I'm not being overly gentle. I just want to see if this is going to work or not. Sort of a prototype. If it works, I'll sell it. If it doesn't, it'll go on my kitchen table with the rest of the stuff. So excuse the noise in the background. There is somebody mowing the lawn, I think. So I'm just like washing it basically. Just getting all that excess out. Go. There we are. Just rub that off. Now, I don't know that it's going to work as well as I thought it would. But, you know what? You give it a try. And I like trying stuff. I want to try and be different. I know I'm doing something that somebody else has done, but like there's only so many things that you can do. But I did see the ladies doing something with foil. With our foil, which looks really interesting. So if you want to see me try that technique that everybody's doing at the moment, give me a yell. Give me, let me know if you see something that you would like me to try that you're not willing to try. I'm always willing to try anything. So give me a yell. Let me know who to look for, and I'll have a look at their videos and we'll have a go, shall we? There we are. That'll do. That's enough off that one. Alright, I'll finish cleaning up. Just want to get it out. Like you can see the lines, and I'm loving the lines. And I obviously need to get some more of these. So as usual, when I can afford it, when I earn some money, which is really hard when I am forcibly retired, so I am deemed too old to work. I am only 61, but nobody wants to employ somebody that is 61 years old that basically doesn't have a lot of qualifications. I have been repping for 30 odd years, but I keep getting passed over for the younger people, but that's fine. That's why I'm giving this a red hot go and see whether I can sell some stuff. Alright, I will finish cleaning this up, make sure I do my heart, then I'm going to mix up some black resin and alright, sorry about that. So I have mixed up 140 of A and 130 to 35 of B, and it is the Estoyo, and it is the casting resin. Let me just read. Sorry, art resin. Casting resin's the 2-to-1, and it's a slower curing. So this is about an 8-hour. So I'm not sure whether you can see. So I'm just going to pour my clear. I'm not going to worry about debubbling, or hopefully it'll do it itself. This is the top coat that's going to be on this. So I will just pour it on. I don't even know whether these are going to work out. Obviously not, because it's just gone straight over the top of them. That was a waste of effort. So I am just going to go like that. And I've got too much in there. So, because this is partially cured, I can actually lift it up. And I'm going to just put a little bit back in there. You're probably off camera where this is. So I do apologise, I'm just giving it a wipe. Sit it on the paper towel. There we go. Get on there. There we go. So, yeah, that's better. It's debubbling itself, which is nice. This is a pretty good resin. It does do it itself. I'll just give the lines a bit of a torch without killing my mold. Now I'm going to put the black in this, and I've probably got way too much. So I'm going to put some black powder in. And I'm just going to pour it in. Now I didn't do that on the coaster stand, which I probably should have. I just used the solid solutions, and pointing to it, you can't even see it, carbon black. So I'm going to get a little bit of this. I'm just going to just get my resin off there. Just make sure that this is totally clean before I do stick it in there, because you really don't need resin going hard in your paste. So I have already mixed this before, so I'm going to get probably about that much and pop that in there. Bit of a string on it, get him in there. There we go. And I couldn't mix this while I was doing it because I needed that clear for the top layer of the other one. Now you can see, and I will bring you over in a second, you can actually see the little marks where the UV resin was. So I rather like that. And I should have kept a little bit aside in case I needed to do a little bit more. That was a bit stupid. Really, I need to learn. But this is what all these videos are about. This is about me learning, me going back on my videos to see what I did right, what I did wrong, my ratios, because I do not have a habit of writing anything down. So when I'm doing the video, I go, oh, I should write that down. But then I don't. So I'll scrape all that paste off. Get that all off on the side of the cup and then scrape that down the side of the cup. You can still see it on the tip there. Scrape it off the edge there. And go, give it a really good mix. You don't want any paste. There'd be nothing worse than having paste there. Now I do need to clean up the top of this one. It is looking fantastic. I'm loving the colours behind the black. Hopefully this one turns out the same. Get that all up on the edge. Now these cups don't last very long, so I cannot be too long with them. They seem to melt because they're not a wax cup. There we go. I don't think you want the wax cups with resin. Okay. Looking pretty good. One more mix. Right. Scrape all that off and pour him on. Pour a certain amount on. Now I think I'm going to have way too much. Go. Get him on there. Now I'm just going to squeeze. Drop that in my heart. I want to dome my heart a little bit, but not too much, because I don't want it to have the sharp edges. And I have just realised that I did not spray my mould with isopropyl. It was a bit stupid, wasn't it? This on there. Go, 3. And I might have to find something to do with my black. That. Get it to dome, and I think they are doming beautifully. Oh, amazing. Now, I won't dome the heart. Alright. I'm going to leave this. Hopefully this has got enough resin in it. I will give that a bit of a clean up. And I will give this a little bit of a torch, I think. Get my torch to work. Now I don't have to worry because remember there is the resin underneath. And it is degassing itself, which is always nice. Tiny torch. There is a bubble on the edge there, and I will get that. Hopefully that is not pouring down the sides of it. Now I will find probably not a sharp knife, possibly. There we go. Let's get that onto the edge there. One bubble there. Get that off. Right, think we're looking good. I'll keep an eye on this. I'll cover it up and I shall come back in the morning and I have a little bit, and I can probably do maybe a little heart. I'm really not keen on doing black hearts, so I'll find something to do with this and then I'll come back tomorrow. Alrighty, I have got my coffee. It is the first thing in the morning. Let's take our pajamas off. So there we go. So that is actually, that little cover comes with the heater mat, but I also have a nice big food cover that fits over the whole, my whole board, which is quite large. I will show you. So it's a big food cover and it's insulated, so it keeps it warm. So it helps it set up a lot faster. And if you're overseas and like it's winter over there, pretty cold over there at the moment, so a nice big food cover over the top, not those silly nets because they get dust in them and little flyaway bits. They don't. They cover the whole thing, keep it all warm. So let's take this out. Now I want to show you, I've got this, and if you've watched a couple of my videos you would have seen it. This is a cake decorating mat, and I have put my excess black in there, and I put a little bit of glow in the dark stuff on there. So I just threw the powder on there, so I don't even know if it's gonna work or not. Ooh. So let's pull that out, and then I will sit there probably and just get all these excess bits out. There we go. Pop that out, because if it was a fail I was just going to use it as a ferry road, but that might look good in something. So I'll let that set up, because you can just pull the pieces off it just like that. Get your little cutters, go and sit, watch a movie, get your little cutters, and there we go. I should have maybe done it plain black, because it will fit. Maybe I'd have to do a couple. It will fit into one of these, because you can cut around the butterflies, so you can have a butterfly in the center of something. So I might do another one of these, maybe in a brighter color or something, and put them in my coasters. So I'm just going to wipe up that glitter that I've just put everywhere. So that's glow in the dark, and I have just run out of wet ones. I'm out of paper towel. Not good. Might have to go shopping. So right, get those pieces out of the way. Okay, fold that for later. Now we're going to take this out. So I'm just going to stand up to make sure you can see properly. There we go. There we are. That's better. Alrighty. Let's take this out. Okay, so there's no reveal because this is what you get. So I'm just gonna pull it out, give it a yank. There we go. So I have a fair amount of cleaning up to do on this one. We'll just pretty much easily come off. I didn't come back and wipe it all. I got a little bit sidetracked yesterday afternoon because I was doing it late in the day. My son come home from work, my husband come home, had to cook the dinner. You all know how it is. So I will get my knife. Here we go. So I'll just run my knife around like that, down like that. I am keeping my fingers away from it. There we go. Get off. Just pops off. And last one, get your fingers away from it. And there we go. There we are. That'll do for the minute. I will do it all properly. But can you see it in the light? See all the lines? Like, I haven't done defined lines or anything like that. And I really, really like that. Hopefully you can see the different colours in it. You can see greens and the purples and the orangey colour. And then there's a blue over here. Really, really like those. So, alrighty. Okay, let's get rid of this. I have a bug chasing me at the minute. And, okay. Might need to get a cloth and just wipe these. Alrighty, I gave them a bit of a wipe. So we're gonna pop them out. There we go. Pop that out. Pop our little heart out. And let's see. Ooh, he's cool. I do like him. Got, here we go. It's got oh, bit of string or something in it. It's ruined the back of it. Damn. Wow, look at the colours in it. Hopefully you can see all the colours. I'm going to stand up on my little thing while I do this so that I can see whether you can see the colours. That's pretty cool. Put that on a key ring and give it away with these. So, oh my goodness, that is very, very cool. I want to bring you down a smidge. There we go, I'll bring you over. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, I love it. You can see the white marks in it, but I don't mind. These are definitely the better colours to do. But, wow. I need to order some different colours in these. Let's go, number 2. I love them, I love them, I love them, I love them. That is very, very cool. Oh, I may not be selling these. Alright, let's go next one. Wow. I just love them, even though it's all gone in together in some places and it's not clean in other places. I really, really like that. Just that shine on them. Okay, number 4. Definitely got the wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, I am going to bring you, I'm going to take you down. And I don't have much sun today, but I'm going to bring you down, take you outside. Got a little bit of sun. It is quite early in the morning. So let's see how we go with our sun. I'll just hold you properly. Terribly sorry about the blur. There we go. How's that? Ah, we got... Look at that. I just love it. The sun's not quite come over the top of my shed yet, so... That is wow, wow, wow. I love it. Look at that. Alright, so thank you so very much for watching. I just absolutely love these. I love these centre colours. Hopefully I can sell them, but my God, if I don't, they're mine. So I'll bring you back. Oh, look at the colour in that, in the shade. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, Just love it. I'm in love with these. So thank you so very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I forgot. Oops, sorry. I will show you how they sit into the little tray. Made the tray and forgot to put them in there. So there we are. Now that mold is a Julie Cuts mold from Pouring Your Heart Out. So if you want it, you just go on to her eBay site and grab one. So, but they don't come with the trays, so this is a tray off Temu. So there we go, lift it up, and there we are. I'll take some photos, and thank you so much for watching. Catch you next time, and be safe.